Hi, I'm Sheila L. Haidt, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. Well, there's a lot going on this week, but all of it is centered around Mercury retrograde. On Sunday, Mercury went retrograde. It's the last one of 2025, thank goodness. And it's already a doozy. It's already taking names and kicking butt. The problem here is we keep forgetting how important it is to pay attention to the fact that words and information and communication are important. We take it for granted because it's so easy for us. It's so readily available to us to speak as we like to speak, as we want to speak. We have entered an era that is trying to shut that down. And Mercury retrograde is going to give us all a chance to go in and rethink what our commitment is towards speaking the truth, hearing the truth, and being the truth. So the great quote for the week is, "I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do." It's way important that we take into consideration the truth of the moment and that we act on that truth in a way that benefits all of us. So Mercury retrograde is what I'm going to talk about for the most part. I'm also going to talk about the fact that Mercury is interacting with the planet Mars. So let's start with Mercury retrograde. Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of how we gather and process information, that planet, 3 or 4 times a year, appears to go backwards. It takes a different course, and it gives us a chance to review everything. So I'm going to read my notes because it being Mercury retrograde, I certainly don't want to miss anything or get anything wrong. When Mercury is retrograde, as it is now, and will be until November 29th, all manner of mistakes and misunderstandings can occur. Please back up your data. Please, again, back up your data. Since Mercury retrograde works in threes, please back up your data. Then, if you can, it's really important, if you can, please don't buy anything or lease anything big ticket, no big ticket items. And if you can, do that. If you can't, if you must buy or lease or sign something, make sure you check it 3 different times with 3 different experts. 3 is the number associated with Mercury retrograde. It's a good idea to check on any and all plans you have made or you want to make. The retrograde, which is going back and within, is really warns you 3 is the number. Check your plans, check your plane reservations, check your hotel reservations, check everything 3 times. And if you feel silly making that call again, go ahead and feel silly and make the call. You'll be glad you did. So it's a good idea to understand that the retrograde going within or going backwards, is an excellent time for introspection, to take a look within, a time for reflection, reviewing, relaxing, researching, retreating, going on retreats. The next time that you make your plans, which is now, it's a great time to make plans, by the way. Mercury retrograde is an excellent time to make plans. It's just you want to plan your actions for when Mercury goes direct, which will be, as I said before, November 29th. But you can certainly get your plans air and watertight. So it's very important that when you go within, you plan your next moves, because the things that we're not aware of show themselves more easily during a Mercury retrograde. The things that you had overlooked or the things that you hadn't realized were important will show themselves. It's a great time for you to say, wow, let me take notes. By the way, do take notes. If you leave it up to your memory during the retrograde, who knows what pictures that will paint. So it's very important that you do for yourself what needs to be done. That is, that you are truthful with yourself, that you examine what makes you you and operate the way you operate. And it's important that you give credit to yourself too. During this retrograde, which is, as I said before, a time of introspection, find out what is true for you and honor that truth and honor the doer, honor yourself. Now, on Wednesday, November 12th, Mercury, as we know, the planet of communication, how we gather and process information, is going to come together, or conjunct, we call it in astrology, come together with the planet Mars, the planet of how we take action, how we get things done. So please be careful that your words and your actions are in alignment with each other. That you please make sure that the plans you make will assure that when Mercury goes direct on November 29th, please make sure that when that happens, your voice will be heard as you stand for and act on your truth, because your truth is going to come up and come out during the retrograde. What are you going to do with that powerful, powerful energy and information? And always, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind, but be decisive and don't take any crap. Take care. Bye.